Hola chicos. All right, I have lessons today over making comparisons. So go ahead and get some grammar notes out. There's going to be a few formulas that you're going to have to write down. So this is not something that you're going to be able to just memorize from today. So make sure you get something to write this on. And then here's your title screen, making comparisons. This is pretty easy stuff, but it's going to have to be written and memorized. All right. So this is the first page that we have to get memorized here. So más que in Spanish is how you say more than, and menos que is how you say less than. So if I want to say someone is more intelligent than someone else, I'm going to say más inteligente que. So more intelligent than. Okay, so it's very easy. Más means more, menos means less, and que in this case means than. So copy that down. And then once you have that down, this is the first thing you're going to need to work on memorizing. But then I have a few more things in this lesson. Okay. Here's examples just of how to use those. Okay, so el surfing es más interesante que el béisbol, which would be obviously surfing is more interesting than baseball. Okay, here's another. Baseball is menos divertido que el fútbol. So baseball is less fun than soccer. Okay. And if you want to go back and write any of that down, you can. All right, here's a note about these. That word in the middle, the like bonita or the adjective that you're using, it's going to match up with the first person you talked about. So if I said she's prettier than him, then it's going to be bonita, not bonito, because we're talking about she. Okay. So here's an example. El chocolate, that's masculine, is more delicious than the vanilla. The chocolate is more delicious than the vanilla. So I chose delicioso since el chocolate is masculine. Okay. All right. This is something you're going to have to write down. You will not at all just randomly know this. Okay. So just like in English, if we're going to say he's better than her, okay, we're not going to say he's more good than or he's gooder than. We're going to change that word from good to better or best. Same in Spanish, same words too that do it. So instead of saying more bueno than or more bien than, you're going to say mejor que, which is the equivalent of better than. Okay, there's the English translation for it. And you're going to want to write down that the yellow here is the new thing. Okay, here's another one. Instead of saying he's more bad than, you're going to say he's worse than. So peor que. All right. And then instead of saying more old than, they have one that changes here too. And so they're going to say mayor que. I think we already did mayor and menor. And so that's my next one too, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So the last two there, I think you already know. Okay. But I don't think we've done mejor very much. And I don't think we've done peor at all. Okay. If I want to say, I don't know, Lydia is worse than Julia, then I can say Lydia es peor que Julia. Easy. All right, so all the yellow we need copied down, and you need to know what all four of those mean. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's examples of all this stuff. Okay, and this is me explaining what I just told you. So we're not going to say gooder than. So she is better than him. Okay. She is worse than him would be ella es peor que él, not badder. Okay. All right. So all these words, the mejor, menor, let's see, peor, mayor, I think those are all four. If you want to say they are better than you guys or whatever, we want to make the first thing plural, like the books are better than the magazines. The better, mejor, is going to add es to make it plural, just like everything always does. When it ends in a consonant, you add an es to make it plural. So this is also something that should be common knowledge already. All right, here's an example. The Beatles songs are older than Taylor Swift's. So you would say las canciones de the Beatles son mayores que las canciones de Taylor Swift. Okay, again, I think you already know that. All right, last part, I think this is the last part that you actually have to write down. This is called the superlative in English grammar, if you've learned that in English class. If you want to say someone is the most or least, so if I want to say Paco is the most intelligent student in the class, this is how you do it. So we need to write this pink formula down right now, and it needs to be added to your list of things to memorize. So you're going to pick your the. Paco is the. If it's Paco, it's el, because he's a guy. Okay, then the noun. He's the student. El estudiante, most intelligent in the class, I think is what I said. So I'm más inteligente en la clase. Okay, so Paco es el estudiante más inteligente en la clase. Or I can say of the class, de la clase. Okay. All right, so that's called the superlative because you're saying you're like the super, the one, the best, the most of all. Okay, I don't remember if I have an example on here. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead, but if it's too fast, you can pause. There we go. All right, we have an example. So this says, the tarea de matemáticas es la tarea más difícil para mí, which means the math homework is the most difficult homework for me. Okay. All right, I want you to try some. Marisa is prettier than Carlos. We're going to say Marisa es, then what? More pretty than is basically what you're saying here. So that's from your beginning slides here. We're going to say más bonita que. And I chose bonita because I'm talking about Marisa here. Jorge is more intelligent than Adis. So I'm going to say Jorge es, and I'm going to say más inteligente que. It's going to look like that. I'm older than you. You have to use one of those fancier words from the more recent slides. So yo soy mayor que tú. We are better than them. We're going to say nosotros somos mejores, the plural, que ellos. And I'm the funniest student in the class. That's a superlative. So yo soy el estudiante más gracioso en la clase. Or if you're a girl, it's going to look like that. I think is what I did. Yeah. So más graciosa. Okay, I've got one more slide of practice here. And then I think we'll be good. He is less funny than her. Okay, everybody think for a second. How could you answer that? Okay, should look like that. Next one. She is more serious than him. And that should look like that one. I think I only put, did I only put two? Yeah, okay. So I think we're good, guys. If you have questions, this should be showing on a Monday, and you should be able to email me to get in on a Google Meet if you have any other questions. But otherwise, if you took notes and answered the questions that popped up, you should be good to go. Let me get this shut off so you can get a submit button. And have a great day.